Hello, guys, and welcome back to Sweet and Sour Soccer. And this is game week 28 of the Premier League season. There's only 7 games this week because of the FA Cup weekend. However, there are some big fixtures to look forward to. And first of all, it's Forest versus Newcastle. Forest suffering that 3-1 defeat away from home to Spurs. Just absolutely disgusting on the road this season, Forest. If they are going to stay up, it is going to be because of their home form. And they are hosting Newcastle. Newcastle, who beat my side 2-1 last week. A defensive mistake at the back cost Newcastle their lead. Wolves capitalised through Hwang Hee-chan. We thought, you know what, let's leave Goodison Park with a draw. However, Almiron, with a great finish in the last 10 minutes, gave them the victory. If this was away from home for Forest, I would say a comfortable Newcastle win, maybe 2 or 3-0. You never know with Forest at home. You just never know. It's going to be a tough one. Forest haven't won a game in their last 5. But can they get I feel a draw because Newcastle have been a bit shaky. I'm going to say 1-1 between Forest and Newcastle, sharing the points. Next up is Brentford taking on Leicester, and Brentford with that 2-0 midweek win. Ivan Toney on the score sheet again. Should he be even playing? That's the big debate at the moment. And for Leicester, well, they are, I think, in trouble. They really are. I think they could go down. I really do. Losing 3-1 at home to Chelsea last week. Yes, Chelsea have picked up a little bit of form, both domestically and in Europe. But Leicester's performance was atrocious. And again, I can't see a Leicester win. I'm going to say Brentford get the business done. I mean, they've only lost 1 in their last 5, Brentford, 2 wins and 2 draws. They're marching towards Europe in 8th. So I'm going to go Brentford. I think they keep a clean sheet. I'm going to replicate midweek's result 2-0 to the Bees. Next up is Southampton versus Spurs. And a couple of weeks ago, Southampton looked dead and buried, and I still think they could be, but you beat Chelsea, you get a good, well-deserved draw against Manchester United, and now you play a Spurs team that you just don't know what you're going to get from Spurs. Spurs have won 3 of their last 5, 9 out of 15 points available. That's not too bad. But as we know from Spurs, they'll lose to Wolves, but then they'll beat Man City, and they might lose to Southampton, and they could beat United or Liverpool in the next couple of games. You just never know. Guys, do me a favour, hit that like and subscribe button. Roughly 70% of you that watch our videos aren't subscribed, which is incredible. It shows that you are loving the content. But do show your support and subscribe. Take care. There's not the most quality in the Southampton outfit, but they work hard together. They really do work hard. I just don't know. I mean, Southampton have picked up 7 points from their last 5 games. That's a good return when you're fighting relegation. 7 points from 5 keeps you in the league. I'm going to give it a draw. I'm going to back Southampton. I'm going to say 1-1 between Saints and Spurs. Next up is Villa. They are hosting Bournemouth. And this Bournemouth team, you just never can say die with them. They do have that never say die attitude. And you can never say that, do you know what, Bournemouth are 100% down. I think it was the weekend before last they were completely bottom. They beat Liverpool. And then somehow they found themselves outside the relegation zone and then dropped back in because of other results. I think they beat Liverpool in the early kickoff, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, they pop up with results. They beat Wolves when we were in good form. They beat Liverpool. You just never know with this team. Facing a Villa team that are still fighting for that 7th space. They're 5 points away at the moment. I don't think they'll make it. But when this weekend, few results go your way, you're only 2 or 3 points off it with 11 games to go, 12 games to go. You never know. I'm going to back Villa, but I think it's going to be very close. I think it'll be... I wouldn't be surprised if Bournemouth take the lead and then drop it, because they are susceptible to that. Yes, they didn't drop it against Liverpool, but Liverpool were awful. You go back to the Arsenal game and other games. Bournemouth have taken the lead quite a few times this season. Their fans will tell you, and they just lose the points. I'm going to go 2-1 Villa, and I think Bournemouth might score first. Hi guys, we quickly want to tell you about Gambles, a revolutionary new crypto casino that is about to change the game. Gambles allows you to play all of your favorite slots and live casino games using crypto. Very soon, Gambles will also be launching its very own sportsbook where you can take advantage of the best odds for your favorite sports and also take advantage of the rake back system that rewards you for the more you play.
So, guys, what are you waiting for? Click the link in the description to create your account to get your deposit bonus from Sweet and Sour Soccer.
Next up is my team, Wolves versus Leeds. And you'd say Wolves, yeah, they're looking safe. I never really hear people talking about Wolves, whether it's, big YouTube channels or just, people in general. They're not saying Wolves. We're only 4 points off the relegation zone. And, well, I mean, three, our goal difference isn't too bad. But, yeah, 4 points is nothing. And we're playing a Leeds team that, in a lot of people's opinions, are down. It's just too tight to be able to say. Leeds only one win in their last five. Wolves one win in their last five. We are semi-decent at home, Wolves, and our record against Leeds since both teams have been in the league is about even. It's not too bad. They did beat us first game of the season this season, I believe it was. So I'm going to back my team. And Leeds fans, it's not just because I'm a Wolves fan, but because simply reason. The reason is that if you watch this channel, I don't say that Wolves are going to win very often, but I've just got a funny feeling this weekend that we might just sneak a 2-0 win. I think we'll do it. I think we'll score first, and then I think we'll get the decisive goal. 2-0 to Wolves. Chelsea, Everton, Sean Dyche rolling into Stamford Bridge. This is going to be interesting because I spoke earlier about Chelsea's mini resurgence, both in the league and, of course, in Europe. Funny one, Chelsea. They've won their last two, but they've still only won two of their last five in the league. There is a draw in there as well. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, funny one. And again, Everton, you never know. They've won two of their last five. They've also got a draw in that time. Is it too big a step for Dyche to go to Stamford Bridge and get something? I don't know if it is. I don't know if it is. It depends. This Chelsea team could lose 2-0 at home to Everton. They could beat them 3-0. Neither scoreline would surprise you. That's the thing with Chelsea this season. I've got no idea. You've got to think Everton got that big result against Brentford of all teams last weekend, that 1-0 hard fought victory at home. I'm going to give it Chelsea, but I think it's going to be close. It wouldn't surprise me if this is a draw, but I am going to say 2-1 to the home side, 2-1 Chelsea. Last but not least is Arsenal. They are taking on Palace, and Palace without a league win in 2023. That is damning. That is really damning. 2 draws out of the last 5 league games, 3 defeats. To have no win this side of Christmas, well, to be honest, they haven't won since the World Cup. Their last victory was before the World Cup started. That is damning. 4 months without a win in the league, and the longer that goes on, the players will know where are the wins going to come from. Even the points. I did say that they've drawn 2 of their last 5. They've actually lost their last 3. So their 2 draws were a month ago. So it's not easy when you're down there. Believe me, as a Wolves fan, I know. For Arsenal, I mean, 5 wins out of 5. Great win last weekend against Fulham. I think it's a Monday Night Football, wasn't it, if I'm not mistaken? But yeah, emphatic 3-0 victory at Craven Cottage. The weekend before that famous comeback against Bournemouth. They just look on it, don't they? In the past, Palace have been a bogey team for Arsenal, but this isn't that same Arsenal team. It's a very, very different team. And a lot of the players now don't have those scars from the previous encounters with Palace. And I can see nothing but an Arsenal win. And you've got to think, yes, they're 5 points ahead of City. Their goal difference is only 5 worse off than City's. City on 42, a plus 42 goal difference. Arsenal 37. If they can close that gap, which I think they could do, if they can beat Palace 2-3, 4-0 this weekend, even if City win, City don't play, because they're in the FA Cup. It's just that extra bit of confidence to say we've now got that goal difference, additional point, if you want to say so. I'm going to give it Arsenal, and I am going to say it's going to be. I think it could be comfortable. I'm going to say 3-1 to Arsenal. Guys, again, if you've enjoyed the video, do us a favour button and subscribe and go to the link below to sign up to Gambles. Take care.